Hey all, Josh Cripps here with a video review of the Expert Shield screen protector for your DSLR. The quick video review, if you don't have time to watch the whole video, is it's highly recommended. The pros are it works. It's got great anti-glare properties. It makes it easy to use your camera in the sun, much easier than without the protector. It's much better than the plastic protector that comes with a camera. It's easy to apply, even though the directions make it seem like it's going to be difficult. It's inexpensive. The company is super friendly. They've got great customer service, a great personal touch, and awesome packaging. The instructions are really funny. So I really like the personality of the company. The only real con to it is that because it's anti-glare, it has it affects the crispness of your playback screen a little bit. Some loss of sharpness, contrast, and a little bit of detail. But that's the price you pay for having the non-glare properties of it. So I would say if you use a loop to view your photos during the daytime, this probably isn't going to be for you. They have other ones that are just straight up screen protectors to prevent against scratches, so you probably don't want the non-glare one, just get the regular one. But if you don't use a loop like I don't like carrying a bunch of kit around, then this thing is pretty awesome. But if you do have time, stick around and watch the whole video review, and hope you enjoy. Hey guys, Josh Cripps here. A few weeks back I got an email from the guys over at Expert Shield asking if I wanted to check out their screen protectors for cameras. Normally I'm not a big gadget or gizmo kind of guy, but one thing that really caught my eye on their website was they said that their screen protectors are non-glare. So since I'm out in the daytime a lot scouting, I thought maybe this would be a cool way to cut down on the glare from the back of my camera, especially because I don't use a loop. So I thought I would take you all along for the ride as I open this up and see what it's all about. And so we're going to all learn together because I don't really know what's inside. So this is the box I got from the guys at Expert Shield. And let's open it up and see what happens. So, alright, right away, what do we got here? We got a really big lint-free cloth, it looks like. That's cool. Somehow there's a bug inside this one. Oh no, it's on the thing. It must have been, it's summertime here in Sonora, and there are bugs everywhere getting inside everything, so that's probably what that is. Let's see what we got. Wow, we've got an ink sealed letter. Let's open it up with fancy letterhead. It says, "Dear Josh, here are your Expert Shields as promised. We hope you like them, and we're looking forward to your review. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll answer them ASAP. All the best. From the UK, Oliver Telfer." Cool. Thanks, Oliver. Thanks for that fancy letterhead. Nice touch there. And let's see what else. Invoice, boring. Get rid of that. Okay, so wow, I'm really impressed so far with the packaging. I mean, this is just a screen protector, but they really went out of their way to package this nicely. Let's see what we got. So we got a Nikon D7100 anti-glare. Well, I don't have a D7100, but I am going to put it on the back of my D810 and see what happens with that. There's another one of those. Here is a screen protector for Nikon D7000, which I do have. So I guess the 7100s are anti-glare, and the other ones are just screen protectors. What it say? Ultra high transparency, anti-scratch coating, easy to apply, no residue when removed, easy removal. Looks pretty good. Alright, here is the instructions. We'll get to those in a second. Let's open this up and see what we got inside here. Alright, try to do this without ripping it all up. Okay, so inside the package, another lint-free cloth. Cool. And let's see, this looks like the screen protector itself with some directions already on it. Step 1, peel off the mask and apply this side. Step 2, peel off the protective mask when the application is complete. Cool. So I'm going to give that a shot, and let's see how it all turns out. Okay, I got my D810 here, and as you can see, the screen, even though I've only had this camera about a week or so, the back screen is already covered with fingerprints. So let's see how good this lint-free cloth does of cleaning those off. Whoa. I'm impressed. Usually I find these microfiber cloths to just kind of smear oils around, but this one's doing a Pretty bang up job. I'm gonna have to keep, wow, I'm super impressed. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep this sucker on hand for the future. Alright, sweet. Let's see what it says. Here's the instructions. Dust is the enemy. Trap dust can really ruin a nice day. Here's how to get around it. Find somewhere quiet and non-drafty. Slightly steamy bathrooms are best. How about a kitchen? Perfect. Clean the screen of dust and finger holes with a lint-free cloth. Check. Don't touch the screen or the underside of your expert shield, even with the cloth. Aligning and bubble busting. Before the real jiggery pokery begins, I believe that is a technical term, practice aligning your expert shield over the screen before actually applying it. That way you don't spend so long aligning it when you've removed the step 1 layer, when every second means another speck of dust. Okay, so here's our screen. Whoop, dropping it already. So there's our step 1 layer. We're going to practice. Let me move this out of the way so I can. So we're going to put it on pretty much like just like that. So I think we're going to start in that. It's a nice fit. All right, perfect. Thanks Nikon for making your screens all relatively the same size. Okay, pull that sucker back off. Scan your screen for persistent particles. Clean those off real quick. Oh, you know what I'm going to get? Hang on a second. Go rummaging through my bag of tricks here. Okay, that looks pretty good. More fingerprints. Beautiful. Right. Okay. Peel back an inch or 2 of the step 1 layer to expose the clingy silicone gel. Well, there it is. Beautiful. You'll be able to hold the rest of the layer firmly, but don't touch the exposed gel layer with anything other than sticky tape, and definitely not with Marmite. Damn it! I knew I shouldn't have had that Marmite snack before this. Now lay your expert shield onto the screen, starting at the exposed end. Align the expert shield perfectly with one edge of your screen. Peel off and start again if you mess up, which I probably will do. But let's try it. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's no good. Gotta move it a little bit. Let's try it right like that. Okay. Now lay your expert shield on the screen. Start to line the expert shield and peel off, and lay the rest of the expert by slowly peeling off the layer. Whoa! Did you see that? That was sweet. Okay, let's get this guy down there. It's got a couple of bubbles in there. I'm going to try to push those out with my fingers. Can I get those bubbles out? Hey, yeah, yeah. The bubble out song goes a little something like this. Mr. Bubble, why you make so trouble for me? Get out of my screen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm going to try that and see how it goes. Okay. Trap dust. Stop weaving like that. Instead, stick a small piece of tape to the corner of your expert shield and lift. Then dab the dust with another piece of tape. Wrap sticky side outward with your finger. Dab those snuffles with a tissue. I got to give these guys credit for style and humor. They get 10 points. Alright, finally your expert shield is beautifully aligned. Don't celebrate just yet. Carefully peel the whole step 2 layer off. Be careful not to peel off the sticky layer. Yeah. Peel this layer slightly back. Okay, let's give it a yank and see what happens. Okay, yeah, it does want to stick. Can't tell. Are you on there? Yeah, you're on there. Okay, sweet. There we go. Now you're done, and a cuppa and a muffin are very much in order. Couldn't agree more. So let's check it out. It actually does look pretty good, pretty non-glary. As a reference, I got my old D300 out here. I'm going to put it side by side so you can see what it reflects. Wow. Okay, so if I lift this up so it's at the same height, There's what the D300 screen is reflecting of my fluorescent lights. And yeah, okay, so it does reflect, but it's sort of a diffuse reflection, not a specular reflection like the other one. Let's see what we get when we turn on the screen. Okay, pretty easy to see still. I should have done a before comparison to see, but the real comparison is, ooh, I like it actually. I definitely like that diffuse reflection. I'm going to take this outside tomorrow in the daytime and see what kind of anti-glare properties it's really got. But so far so good. So thanks, Expert Shield. We'll be getting more about that, the real non-glare properties, sussed here in just a little bit. So I continued to fiddle with that Expert Shield last night, and I realized it has sort of a diffusive property to it that it reduces to some extent the clarity, the sharpness, and the contrast of the screen, which was a little disappointing at first until I came outside this morning and I realized that's actually sort of the magic of how this thing works, because what it does is that diffusive property, it's a little bit like a non-glare plexiglass. If you guys have ever used that to frame any prints, you know the effect. And what it does is it really breaks up any reflective light, any specular light coming off of this like a mirror, but it lets the light from the screen still shine through. And so the head-to-head comparisons between the D800 with the Expert Shield non-glare and the D300 without anything on it are really dramatic. So check those out. Okay, so here's a D300. It has no shield on it, and you can see as I rotate this up and down to reflect the sky and the sunny scene behind me, how much glare you get off of that screen. And I'm in the shade right now, but I tested it in the sun, and the effect is even worse. And here's the D800 with the Expert Shield. And again, if I rotate it up and down to reflect some of the sky and the sunny background behind me, you see that the picture stays pretty visible for the most part. And here's a side-by-side comparison. I'm standing in the sun, I'm wearing a bright colored shirt, and I've got the same image queued up on both screens right now. And as you can see, the D300 screen is all but invisible, and the D800 with the Expert Shield is actually quite visible. So that's very impressive for me. So there you have it. That's the Expert Shield in a nutshell. My first impression is highly recommended. It works well, and it's inexpensive. So why the heck not? Give it a shot. If you want to buy one, you can get them at expertshield.com or expertshielduk.com if you're in Europe or the UK. So I am going to keep mine on my D800 or my D810 as I head off to Peru here in the next few days, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it does.